All right. So this is the final event of the day. And what I thought I'd do is have everybody kind of introduce themselves, but I think having questions from the audience is the best way to kind of create a dialogue. So why don't we go one by one? Eric, do you want to start just introducing yourself and maybe something that you've been intrigued by today?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Eric. I'm the media columnist at TechCrunch, so focused on all things future of media, entertainment, gaming. What fascinates me about the virtual beings topic is, especially as kind of the TechCrunch guy in LA, is how much it bridges the two worlds of Hollywood and Silicon Valley. And I think the presentations today have highlighted kind of how much that's the case, but also how much work has to happen to bring kind of the personalities and the thinking from each side together to create some big companies in this space.
Terrific. Dean.
I'm the lead writer for GameSpeed at VentureBeat, and we happen to actually do a video game conference once a year, as well as an AI conference. And so this combination that you guys have of sort of the meeting of these things is very interesting to me. And I've been covering, the game industry for 20-something years now, the tech industry for almost 30, and I think this is a very exciting time. Very inspiring things you guys are all talking about here and showing. I am worried about the use of some of the technology, and I think the latest or the best example of that this year is going to be the next Call of Duty game. It's a modern warfare reboot, and they've used photogrammetry in that game to do some really realistic human characters in it for the purpose of blowing them away, right? And so I've seen some of the single-player campaign. It's very intense. It's like one of those games where you're going into apartment building and clearing the rooms one by one and deciding who to shoot, and you find a lot of sort of challenge in figuring out who's a soldier and who's a civilian, and so this is a use of this technology that I think is very worrisome, and I'm not sure where it's going to go. I think it's only going to get worse, and I think it's unstoppable.
All right. Matt.
Yeah, I'm Matt from 6D. We're a computer vision software company, and what we do is we let mobile phones build a 3D model of the world, and effectively we're building the mirror world, that digital model of reality. And I guess today, what's inspired me is just seeing how all these characters are going to, populate that mirror world, and thinking about how these characters are going to be not just like entertainment. They're not just something we look at and are entertained by, but they're almost going to become our interface. Our buttons and our menus and our clicks are going to be replaced by characters that we ask to do things for us. So I think that's a huge trend that's going to play out over the next 20 years or so.
All right, Evan.
Hi, everybody. My name is Evan Nisselson, general partner of LDV Capital. I was an operator for 18 years, built 4 visual technology businesses in Silicon Valley, New York, and Europe, and then started LDV Capital. It's a small thesis-driven fund. We only invest in visual technology companies, so perfect for here. And we invest very early in companies like Clarify, which is object recognition platform using AI. Recently, Synthesia in Europe, in London, which is a synthetic media platform, which was highlighted here. If you saw that David Beckham speaks 9 languages, powered by Synthesia, that was this company. And we think of visual tech as any technology that captures, analyzes, displays, distributes visual data. Photos, images, synthetic, but also LiDAR, radar, across the whole light spectrum. And what we love about this, and thank you for the invite, Edward, is that synthetic media, virtual beings are going to drastically disrupt, empower the media industry, but also are all of our lives. You know, from that Microsoft paperclip that used to drive me nuts many, many years ago to the exciting, cool stuff that we saw today is just the beginning. And we're excited to partner with brilliant, deep technical people to build valuable businesses.
Thank you. And now Pete. And Pete, you should when you're introducing yourselves, you should talk about Baudrillard, our beloved
That's
philosopher.
a tall order. But I want to say first, thanks for everyone sticking around, because it is getting late in the day, and I think there's been so much engaging content on stage. It's almost like mentally like so much to take in. I've rarely been at an event where I feel like I've learned so much in such a short amount of time. So I'd just like say thank you to Edward and the whole Fable team for putting this together.